Well, hello, my radio aficionados. Today I come to you with this neat little adapter one sees here. This is the RCA UR-556. And what this little marvel does, what it allows one to do, is the 6-tube RCA cats. And this was heavily advertised for the AR-812 and especially the Radiola Super 8. What it allows one to do is upgrade the short pin 199 output tube to a 120 output tube, a long pin 120 tube. And what a neat little marvel. And let's go a little closer and tell you why I like this little device. Now, bear in mind, I've got a long pin 199 here, but pretend it's a long pin 120 for sake of the video. What one would do is remove the output tube of the 6-tube cat. One will notice the base of this looks identical to a short pin 199 tube. One would take a long pin 120 tube, which the 120s were all long pin, and plug it into this device, remove the output tube, and then plug this in to the output stage where you just removed that tube from. Now, bear in mind with the 120 tube, as you can imagine, it has a little different voltage requirement than a 199 did, and that's where these 4 terminals come into play on the rear. One has to have 45 volts, B minus to here, 45 volts, B plus to here. Has to add C minus 22 here, C plus 22 here, C minus here. And with the addition of those 2 additional voltages, one merely could take this and plug it into the set, and the audio quality volume goes up considerably. What it actually does, it takes the 45 volts that's going to this adapter, i.e. the old 199 tube, puts it in series with the 45 additional volts you've added here, and it puts the 90 volts to the plate of the 120 tube. The 22.5 volts here is a standalone bias voltage. But what a neat little marvel. What a neat little marvel. I mean, it takes 0 modification to the set, 2 additional voltages to this particular adapter, and one it can improve the audio quality of your 6-tube cat to a pretty good margin. I have one of these in my AR-812 and both my Super 8s, and I highly, highly recommend them. Because without this adapter, especially on the later Super 8s with the dual horns, a single 199 tube is not a very strong output tube, and it struggles to drive both those drivers. But with the adaptation of here and a 120 output tube, one has plenty of power to drive both those horns, improving audio quality and improving volume. You won't be disappointed. With that said, I want to show you one other one. This is not made by RCA, something to keep your eye out for if you see one. I don't recall the manufacturer of this. I think it was Unilad, UNI-LAD. Maybe somebody could confirm that for me. Same principle. Here's your short pin 199 tube, and one merely takes the 120 tube, plugs it into the side here, and then plugs this into the set. This one comes with wires, and you just add your 45 volts like we spoke of a moment ago, and your 22 volts, for your bias voltage, and you're rocking and rolling. And it's 0 modification to the set. That's what I like about it. It's such a marvel. The set was left completely original. And so if one decides that they want to go back to a 99 tube, one merely unplugs this, removes the 2 batteries, puts their 199 tube back in, and they're rocking and rolling. It's a neat little marvel. I'm going to highly recommend, if you have an AR-812 and you want to improve the audio quality, and certainly I highly recommend it with the Radiola Super 8, get yourself a UR-556. You certainly will not be disappointed. Well, thank you all so much for following. I hope you found it informative or annoying or aggravating or something. But we will certainly talk again.